Alright, so here's the edit that you're just about to watch. Down here, that's the video. 3/4 of the way through, there's a very big surprise. I'm not going to tell you what that is right now. You're going to have to wait till then. Then at the end of the video, here, I'm just about to do an update to tell you what is going to happen next. So that'll be added to there. Also want to say thanks a lot to all the people that supported, people and companies that have supported the project since the last vlog. Thanks to you guys. Alright, so I'm just going through all these parts now. I'm just trying to work out what I call sort of a structural parts list that I need. Things that I think are integral, like big things to order before I go ahead and order all the little things. I'm doing this in pieces. So I'm looking at all that. Can't really do too much there because the engine isn't split. It's not with the mechanic yet. He's going to split that, work out what needs to be done in that. These drum brakes, what I have worked out is that there's a bit of movement there. You can see that in both of these. So that's going to affect the braking. So this whole thing needs to be replaced, and those. Same again on this one. A lot of play in between. See that play there? So that means that this is worn. So that affects the braking. There's a bit of play in there as well. Don't know if I can make that work like that, but you know, there's play in there, so that's going to affect the braking. I've had another look at this problem. Frame, new frame needed, or fix that one. These things you can order piece by piece. Those two things. These wheels, as previously discussed, the hubs are worn. So need to replace the hub. That'll mean building new wheels. So may as well just get new wheels built up how I want them. Same again on this one. In here, we know there's wear. So best thing to do, get the best braking, is just redo that whole thing. I checked this. Looks a bit rough, but I think I don't want to go ahead and replace every single thing on the bike because that's a waste of money, and also, you know, a waste of something that's okay already. So I'm going to keep the patina on that. That'll get hydroblasted. It'll look clean. There'll be marks on it, like, have a look there. Don't know what happened there. Looks like someone's attacked it with a grinder. But there'll be marks like that on it. This is a small box of things that came off the bike. Other things to change are going to be these axles, because as you can see there's wear marks here, so that's going to affect the wheel. This linkage is a bit rough, but going to keep that. It's original. Look how oversized that is. Almost worn through there. Don't even know if this is possible, but all these old bikes get floppy foot pegs, so if we can get new ones of them we will. Also, that's worn on there. That's where the rear brake goes. So I'm now just about to look at the parts that I need for this structural bit of the build, the first bit. So I'm looking through parts diagrams here, and I'm looking at the frame. I'm looking at these two engine guards. I need those. And then you pick out the part number, and then you line it up. And then that number there, whichever one you picked out, that lines up with one of these numbers down here, and then you go ahead and you order the part. If it's greyed out, it means they don't have the part. You know, if they do have the part, you can click on it, add it to your list. Look at this. So I just made a quick list for my reference of all those things that I wanted to change, those structural things. Look how much stuff there is there. Alright, so I just picked this up as a donor frame. This is an 83 IT490K frame, but it's the same frame as 490. So just having a look in. Subframe looks like it's been bent on this one and been repaired, so I was thinking maybe the fabricator might be able to use that bit, which is broken on mine. Another thing I've noticed is these two rails, they're bent on my frame, but they're also fairly bent on this one. This bit's not overlaid, so maybe the fabricator can use that. This bit here is where the chain roller goes, so potentially the fabricator could take that off and he could put that on my frame. Also, just looking down here, this is where the brake lever goes and there's something that comes back and there's a stop there, but this one doesn't actually have it on there. Also, I think this is pretty common on these ones. The whole rear loop's gone, and look how flat that is. Have a look at this order of bits and pieces from CMS. So last night I spent a couple of hours just going through, probably when I ordered all this stuff I should have made reference to, also I've been told, made reference to what I ordered and where it goes. I didn't do that though. So what I did is I ordered what I wanted, and then I just assumed that it would be labelled properly and I'd just be able to put it on the spot where it needs to go, but that wasn't the case. So what I did was went through and just linked up all the numbers to the parts that I could find on the CMS website, and then I sort of labelled all the stuff like with a post-it note so I know where it goes. So when I send this off to Keith, who's going to finish the bike, what will happen is hopefully, like for example with rear mudguard, all the bolts that link to the rear mudguard and the tool pouch and all that stuff at the back will be in one bag, and he'll just be able to look in that bag and all the bolts he needs will be in there.
This little box has got brand new gauges, spare. It's got carb completely redone, beautifully. It's got handguards, the ugly ones, no thanks. It's got, dude, it's all there, it's all in there. All looks good. There's bushes, there's brand new bearings in here, and then you've got your shock. Have a look at this, feast your fucking eyes on this. I don't really know what else to show you, man. It's so much stuff here, and it's all in great nick. All of it's in good condition. Look at the state of that thing. So fucking feast your meaty eyes on that. I mean, dude, all the plastics for the guards, the chain guards, I think, brand new in their bag.
Alright, so here's where we're at now. Frame's gone, frame's with the fabricator. As you've seen, Jason's bought a bike now, and the frame on his was perfect. John Hand, who's doing the fabrication, had a look at Jason's frame, said it was 100%. So what he's planned to do is put Jason's frame in the jig, get all the measurements of that, then put mine in that exact same jig and bend mine to the dimensions of Jason's frame. So in the end we'll have two perfect frames. John's also going to fix every single little thing up on the frame so it's perfect. Here's some of the other stuff that's going on. Check out over here. We've got like all new plastics for both bikes from DC Plastics. Thanks for sending that through. Brand new graphics for both bikes. 1984 model graphics from SK Designs. We've got so much new old stock parts for these bikes from CMS and Wiimoto. So much has came through. So that's all in those boxes there. Here we've got Electron Carb. This is going to go on mine. So I think we're gonna start Jason's off on a normal carb, and then we're gonna put the Electron on mine just to compare how it rides. But I think we're also gonna put on the dyno and see what the difference in power is. So that's to come. Here we've got the wheels. They're gonna go off to Central Wheel Components. That's Jason's wheels, that's mine. We've also got this brand new hub. This has come from CMS. So it's a bit of a waiting game now, just waiting for John to finish up with the frame. Then they're going to go to a guy called Keith, who's going to do all the finishing on the bike. That includes all the painting and the polishing and making sure that we've got all the right bits where they need to be. He's got very good attention to detail, so we're relying on Keith a lot. So that's going to happen, and then I guess that's going to take, maybe 2 or 3 months to get all that done. In the meantime, we'll get the wheels done, sent down there. Thanks again to all the supporters on this build, and see you soon.